For the listener's discretion, this podcast contains strong language and adult themes that may not be suitable for children. These are not the views of the radio station or its affiliates.
Can we stop the arguing? Can we take a moment where we can calm down? It's just so exhausting. Swinging in the wind, going round and round. I know that we won't say sorry. You beg and I plead, but my heart can't beat until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations. I know that we won't say sorry until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations, baby. I see me addressing you. Let me put the smile right onto your face, tracing every inch of you. Using my tongue to find your happy place. I know that we can't play naughty. You beg and I plead, and you pull my heartstrings until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations. Until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations. I know that we won't say sorry until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you.
What's up, y'all?
Hey. What's going on, people?
Hey, Donna, you looking forward to? Donna, I'm looking forward to it too, honey. I don't know what part you looking forward to, but for me, I'm with it all. I'm with it tonight.
You know something up when folks are showing up at 7:03. They sitting on the doorstep like, oh yeah, we got to get ready for. Wait, hold on. Y'all ain't never been this early for a show, never ever. Okay.
Who's talking, guys? I'm not even fussing at him for being late. He was on time for the team meeting. The team being me and him. He was on time for the meeting today. Actually, I didn't even have it up, and I said, "Let me see." He found the link. He found the link himself. He didn't need his assistant. He didn't need the need to find it for him. He got that. Okay. Yep, that was it. He found it, and he was here on time. He was actually there a little before time. I'm gonna give it to you like it is. He did. What's up, Sarah? So I'm gonna give him this one time that he actually can say something, talking about somebody else being early or being there like that. Donna, don't pay him no attention because he'll never be able to say this shit again. So give him this one time, sis. Okay.
Look. We got to get our one time when we can. Don't play. Don't play. Got to get it in when we can. Okay. Don't play.
You know we like to enjoy Mr. Anthony Frazier singing his song Vibrations. He hit me up the other day. He said, "You still got my song?" I said, hit it right quick for you. Yes, I do still have your song up playing. I actually do, because we haven't received anything else better as of yet. Nobody has put anything in better. So you guys see that streaming down at the bottom.
Spell the name of the song out, please.
What'd you just say?
Spell the name of the song out. That it's Vibrations.
Yes.
Okay, for y'all women who got, all right, stop calling me on the phone asking me who sings the songs Vibrator. It is not Vibrator. It is Vibrations. Okay, can we please get it right? I'm getting so tired.
Hold on.
Does it come with a toy? No, it don't. Okay,
They're thinking of my sex toys.
but
Please
you played the sex. But see, that's what I'm saying. You
That's
played.
what
You
I mean.
talked about the sex toys,
Yes.
and then what happened? That next week you started playing Anthony's music. So now they thinking, okay,
I'll be right back.
the vibrators. No. Don't get the bag. Don't get the Mary Poppins bag. Please don't get the Mary Poppins bag. Don't. Oh, y'all. She coming back with this bag
So, guys,
that she done had since 1969. Okay, is this a different bag?
it's a different bag.
Okay, all right. I'll be quiet then, y'all.
Only because you brought it up.
Oh, I brought it up.
It hasn't been opened, so this is one of my sex toy products. Hey. So now I'm saying hey without a name because you haven't given Facebook permission for StreamYard to put your name up there, and you ain't got no face up there. It's cool because you know what? Some of you all work certain jobs and do certain things that you can't let people know that you want down on the mic. And I understand, and I'm with it. I understand, Miss You Beautiful. So you somebody that know, or maybe you're talking to Chris. Let me not assume you're talking to me. That's a big assumption. I apologize. I should not assume that, Chris. If they just talk to me, they could be talking to you. I apologize. You could be talking to Chris. It's Jenny. What's up, Jenny? Jenny is she's going to be on the show. She was supposed to be on the show before. We're going to have Jenny on the show. Jenny is doing some stuff for The Voice and everything. She's a songstress, honey. Their red hair flowing and all that stuff. She's a beauty. So close your ears and cover your eyes, Jenny. Okay, you're too pure for this. I don't even think you can see it completely, guys, because I got my screen up there. I don't know if you can. Oh, you're being protected by the Lord. Look at this.
Woo, talk about blacking you out. Did you see that? It just, woo. Hold it, y'all. No. Woo, we might not want to show that one.
I'm gonna open it. So
You know that noise you were making before and you still wasn't opening it?
no.
Hey.
But wait, before I open it, let me do this right here. Yeah.
For the listener's discretion, this podcast contains strong language and adult themes that may not be suitable for children. These are not the views of the radio station or its affiliates.
All right, let me do that again, and let me make sure you guys know that we are also but we're also live on WUBI Ubiquity Radio. We are live on there, so we're out there pumping on the radio station, and then you can see us on their website. So if you are not of adult age, now that I say that, I know your young badass ain't gonna leave the room, but you should. You've been warned. So this is one of the products right here. This is actually comes with a remote, and you suction it onto whatever, or you can put it in, which I don't think this is very sturdy. Well, no, that's a mask right there, but you can put it into your strap on if that's what you would like to do, and then has a remote. And let me put it up against my white shirt. Has a remote right there. Hey, Carolyn, I know she's like, Lord have mercy. I can see our guest down there at the bottom. I know she's like, what in the hell?
I'm sitting there shaking my head like, man, we done got to the point where folks so lazy they need a remote. I mean, really? Next thing you know, you're going to be telling me it got Bluetooth.
They do. They do have
Bluetooth. Don't play.
They have Bluetooth. They have some that you can be at work with the control, and your partner is at home, or they're at work and you're at home, or you're at your job and they're at their job, and it's in their whatever, their panties or inside them or whatever, because I don't pass no judgment. And if they're two consenting adults, you do what you do. That's what I feel.
So basically you sitting there at work and it's like you right in the middle of a Zoom meeting. Yeah, so such and such, oh, and so and so, and oh, so and so. Really? Really? Come on now.
I'm just saying, I find it all very intriguing and everything. And so this is your little charger, that you go and put it just like that, snaps right in there. You just charge it up USB, and even has some little veins. I don't know if you can see it or not. Little veins running on it.
Oh, you another member that once you go black, you never go back. I noticed you you didn't get the psychedelic color.
I don't know if I got this in other colors or not. They're all packed up. This one happened to be one that was not packed up in the package, and I knew that it was in the drawer. And it has a couple different settings, for going up and down and whatever. Because it's not charged up, of course, it's not doing anything. I'll have to get this charged up now that I open up the package and do a demo on our next one.
Ladies, just so that you know, you can buy the remote for $29.95 by itself and hook it up to your old man, and then you can make him go up and down, up and down, up and down.
I stuck it to the desk and I couldn't get it off. Let me see what it's sticking to here. It's not sticking in there, but I stuck it to the desk down here.
Sarah said I should watch The Ugly Truth. Damn, that's got some suction on it.
Did you see that? Hold on.
So, like, if the back of it sucks like that, well, never mind. That's another show.
All I'm going to say is that's not the aim of where the conversation was going. We were speaking of Anthony Frazier and Vibrations, his song, and Chris took it there. And so I'm saying that they probably were thinking of my sex toy line over here, and they were thinking, does she have any vibrate hers? And I'm thinking, look, I have something in there that's not even open. It's open now. And
perfect excuse. And look,
it came with these nice little nipple clips in there.
Okay.
And
see, I like Sarah's comment. She just said I should watch The Ugly Truth. So I'm trying to figure out. Okay, should I watch it because I'm ugly? Or because, I'm trying to break that down a little bit. Yeah, you should just fly out of nowhere. You should watch The Ugly Truth. Wow.
So, okay, check these out. So these are now, from our episode on whips, chains, and bondage, I'm all about inventing ways to use different things. Now, these are nipple clamps, but I believe you could be able to use whatever you want for however you want. You can clamp whatever you want. Because consenting adults, you do what you want to, but it has, so this is pretty loose, but it has a little thing on here where you can tighten this sucker up or open it. See how it's opening on its own like that? So if something is larger, because some nipples are larger than others. Can we say that? Everybody say amen? You understand? So you may need more room to get in, and some are smaller, or either some are larger and you just want to make it a little tighter. Okay, that could be the whole game too. But anyway, that's there for your pleasure. Give me a call after, get in my inbox, whatever. I see the phone lighting up. I got you. Ask those questions there. But back to submitting your songs, spoken words, comedy, visual art pieces, whatever it may be, to our email, going down on the mic 2019@gmail.com. Again, for the listeners on the radio, I know y'all like, damn, I wish I could see. Gone over to our YouTube page. Going down on the mic. Everything for us on all social media is going down on the mic. No special way of spelling it, spelled just like the regular way, going down on the mic. I am Sarah. It is late at night and I am so happy you up, but you're making me nervous every time I look over here and see your comments. Sarah said there is a vibrator scene in it with the remote. That is all I will say. Okay. Okay. She said, baby, I don't like you ugly. Please. You getting started, Sarah.
No, go ahead. Preach, girl, preach. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. In response to a question that I was asked recently, hold on.
And Jenny, I do see you saying up there, looks are deceiving. I know, boo. I know. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? There's a whole radio audience that they don't know what the fuck you're doing. And you muted yourself. You muted yourself too. This is why we don't let Chris come outside and play.
Well, that's why I'm inside.
What are we doing? What was all of that?
Well, no, because somebody had asked me if I had hair, right? And I said, okay, not only do I have hair, but it's kind of long. Okay, so yeah, I do have hair, y'all.
You got hair.
I got hair.
We got totally off kind of track of what we usually do here. So, because usually it is as soon as we start out, after we come back on here, we talk about what's in your cup. From one of our-
Gotcha.
What's in your cup from our definite sponsors, City Vodka. Honey, that good old City Vodka. Don't let the clear bottle fool you. Don't let it fool you.
Don't let that foggy bottle fool you either.
The Foggy bottle has THC. They do have a THC version. They have a CBD version also. That THC version will tear you up. I'm letting you know. The CBD version will definitely heal you. They have a red version now. I haven't had it, so I don't know what it is, so I cannot proclaim. That's not this. This is my mixture in here. So it is excellent as a mixer. Excellent. It'll go a long way. It will stretch a long way. If you are a vodka lover, you will definitely love that. They distill their own water to get the pH level to the proper pH level. Like they do their own. They contain all of it. From
6 times. They do it 6 times. All right.
The 6, yes. They actually do that. Locally owned, young black male. He has a contract with MGM to name all the other places that he is now. But MGM is the big one, which is 70% of the Vegas Strip. I'll just put it that way. So definitely make sure and get you some City Vodka and tell him going down the mic. Sent you said you need some City Vodka. No, Sarah, you acting up a little bit. Sarah.
No, she said y'all might need some City Vodka.
Yes.
Y'all, I need. Oh yeah, I see it now. Okay.
I believe you've been over the state line, the Illinois state line.
She live in the dry county, so we got to fly in for
the Illinois state line.
right.
We're gonna have to hook you up. I think me and Bela will be there in August for a wedding. If not for some reason, you say I wish. I know that's right. If not for some reason, I'm gonna make it there on a trip because I need to see my mom and my daddy, and now my youngest is there, so I will definitely be making a trip to Indiana. Not when it's cold. That will not be happening. That will not be happening. So we have a fantabulous. I love using that word. I've been using it for like all my damn life. And I know it's not a real word, and I understand that, people. I do understand it.
It comes from the Jesse Jackson 2nd edition of How to Make Up Words.
I am highly educated. I do make up words. I do understand that I'm making up words. So I am not delusional about the fact. Fantabulous. And understand this. Not every person that I have on here have I met. Because I think Bela was asking me. And I said, no, I've never met her. Never met her. Like, and I don't think so. And Caroline, I can see you down in the waiting room. We've never met in person, correct? Yeah, I can't hear you, but I can see you. No, I didn't think so. But I was scrolling, and I think I saw, I don't know if she was doing a live or something, and actually it's 7:20, so we'll be bringing her on in like 2.5 seconds. But what I saw, I liked. How about that? And I just reached out and said, hey, let's come on the show and let's talk about it and do some things. You know, that's just how I do. That's just how I do. So, guys, let's welcome and let's bring her on. Miss Caroline, you ready to come on? Are you ready? She's ready. Let's bring her on. There she is with that beautiful background and everything. How are you?
Hey, how you doing?
How are y'all doing?
All right.
I'm not comfortable the way Chris did that. Hey, that voice he did.
Well, see, understand something. When you're on the air, you get that hey sis, how you doing? Now, see, when Carolyn comes on, it's got to be like, well, what's up? How you doing?
Do you know Carolyn? Have you met her before?
No, but I'm gonna put that on my wish list. I'm gonna put that on my wish list. Believe that.
Oh my God.
That is fine. Well, Carla, I'm so happy you had time to come in and kick it with us. We're all about having some fun and we do some education and whatnot. And we love, 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 love edifying other creatives and other people within the community. And I didn't even know you had a salon because, you know, I do hair, makeup, and special effects, and people always assume that's what I talk about on here. They're like, oh, you talk about makeup? And I'm like, not one damn time. Not one damn time have I talked about makeup on this show. No.
But today we will.
Well, we'll talk about some hair because you're a hairstylist. We're going to talk about no makeup, I don't think. But I saw you with the book that your daughter wrote, I think. Is that what it was? Is that your daughter's book?
I wrote it and I used her as the character.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I give you free will and free reign to talk about both because that's what caught my eye. The book did, but I definitely we want to talk about both businesses. Go right ahead and tell the people about your book and your business.
All right. So my name is Caroline. I have a salon suite out in Ahwatukee, Phoenix area. I've done natural hair. I used to work at Twist and Styles for like 6 years, and then I moved into my own suite. So I got the idea to write this book. It's called How I Detangle My Natural Hair. And it came upon me because I let my daughter start trying to do her own hair. She's 11 now. And I was like, I just did not teach her anything. I just let her do it. And I realized that that was completely wrong, especially as someone that does hair. Like, why did I do that? So I just looked at how many kids that I had, how many moms that I had, how many clients that I had that had no idea on how to even comb through their hair or anything. There's adults that have bought the book too. So even though it's like, it's illustrated and written for 8 to 10 years old, I've had several people buy it. Like, I need this because I don't know what I'm doing. So I enjoy it. I pretty much, so far, I've done a lot of different events trying to get the word out. And really my goal is not just Black kids, but kids that are biracial, kids that have any type of curly hair that is a struggle. Because there's all types of people with curly hair, honestly, and they have no idea how to comb through it the correct way without pulling their hair out.
Right.
So that is the ultimate goal.
Oh, that can't you get? That can't you? Don't you want your hair? You mean that hair? That big mama used to sit there with that big comb and smack you. Move your head. Move your hand. If you combed it, I wouldn't have to comb it. You mean that?
You know, where I saw this a lot was when I was in beauty school, and how the Caucasian mothers would come in who have fostered or adopted little Black babies, and they were like, you know what, I can't, I don't even know where to go. And that's where we see it a lot. And that book would have been so helpful, and maybe a suggestion to even start approaching the beauty schools, because they go to the beauty schools a lot of times for help.
Okay.
Yeah. So that may be maybe a suggestion of where to maybe market a couple copies, or even maybe donate one, and if they want to come back and suggest they purchase to those people to you or something. I don't know, but I know that we would get them quite often in there.
Yes, I know. I have a couple kids that they are they're foster kids, and they've come in. So, and I appreciate it because there's so many people that, even kids that are biracial, they have no idea what to do, but they just let them walk around looking crazy. And I'm like, no, bring them here. Like, I will show you. I think because sometimes people are afraid to ask because they may think we will look at them kind of weird, but I'm not like that. I have all types of clients, different shades, different ethnicities. Like, it doesn't bother me. So
right. And then you also have more fathers who have custody of their daughters and their children.
I have a couple dad clients that came in and they were like, I need 2, I need this, because they don't know. And they don't know how to teach a girl about hair. They just a lot. So it's a lot that I didn't realize, like, how effective the book would be until people were like, oh, wait. And I was like, oh, okay.
Where were you at so many years ago when I needed? Because I've got 5 daughters.
Yeah.
I've got 5 daughters. Okay, and it's like, really?
It was a struggle.
Well, one daughter, she's 6'4" or 6'5". She's Hawaiian and Black.
Okay.
and she ain't never seen a pair of scissors in her hair.
Oh wow.
Okay, so when she was 15, it was a chore doing her hair so that she can go to school.
Right. It's a lot.
Yeah, I'm like, oh no, no. I'm braiding like I'm turning double Dutch. You know what I'm saying? Baby, you want it overhand or underhand?
At least you figured it out.
Yeah, and I mean that's tough for a girl. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Because
It is.
we have enough things going on with our bodies and everything
Right.
for our head not to be right when we go to school.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I met a parent the other day, and he said that it was the dad, and he was like, I need this because my daughter is struggling because she has shorter hair and it's natural, and she's just not confident in it. I even saw a post of a friend on Facebook, and her daughter, they did a photo shoot. She has like a nice little fro, and the post basically was saying that some teenage boy told her that her fro was a mess. And it wasn't. It was nicely picked out, everything. It was nothing wrong with it. But so many people make that assumption like, oh, you have a fro. Like, why are you walking around like that? Because this is how my hair grows.
I grew up and my family had beauty salons and everything, and I grew up being told that my mom still tries it, with your nappy hair and my hair with braid. I got that or C for real,
Me-
that what we would call bad hair. Well, no, this is good hair. This is the for real good hair. This is strong hair. This is
Right.
hair that will knock you down hair. It will break a comb because it's strong. It can
Yeah.
be resistant. You know what I'm saying? If you think about it. No, this is strong hair.
Right.
But growing up, that's not how it felt. That's not how you're made to feel. I was putting that creamy crack in my hair every week. And because I didn't want not one piece of curled up nap anywhere, because I
Right.
was made to feel ashamed of that. And now, please, honey, who child?
Well,
Whatever.
it's funny. Here's a question that I've always had people laughing about. Have you ever noticed that whenever you go to a black mother's house back in the day, whether it's your aunt, your mother, somebody, explain to me why the hot comb was always on that right front burn. I mean, I'm just asking for a friend. Okay. All right. And then explain to me, because you both hair professionals, so I can put it out there. Explain to me why it was wrapped up in the most burnt up, raggedy piece of towel. And wait,
That lets
and
you know if you can get
stuck,
burned or not.
right,
Yeah.
and stuck in the drawer next to the stove. Okay.
You have to have that towel is damp, and you put it on there to make sure it's not so hot you're going to burn the hair off when you touch it.
And you knew who had their hair done Saturday night because they sat in front of you in church with those burn marks on their ears. Man, I'm not saying. I'm just saying. I'm asking for a friend.
See, I didn't have this problem. I didn't get my hair pressed. I had a relaxer at like 5, so I didn't go through the struggles. I had my hair pressed once, and luckily it didn't fall out. I used to spend my summers in Memphis. I'm from St. Louis. So
Okay.
my friend, her sister was pressing her hair, and I was like, okay. And she was like, oh, let me straighten yours because you kind of I think I needed a relaxer, a touch up.
Mhm.
So she saw the little crinkles and she said, oh, let me do yours. And I was like, okay. My mom almost had a heart attack. She's like, your hair could have fallen out. And I was just sitting there like, okay, what are we doing? It's
It
a lot. I
ain't
don't
nothing
know
like
how y'all
that
did it
heat.
back in the
It's
day.
nothing like
No,
that.
that heat will say when they take that chair and put it in the middle of the kitchen floor, right near that stove. Okay, you would think somebody was getting ready to get electrocuted. Well, no, it's not my turn. It's her turn. She go first. Nah, man.
Let me tell you 2 things with cosmetology school. When I started cosmetology school, the one thing that I wanted to learn how to work the Marcells, because that's what you call those types of curling irons that you put in the store. I want because you in our salons it's that click 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 that you hear when they're working those. I'm like, I gotta learn how to do that. And then I was in like my last phase of cosmetology school, and of course they knew I knew black hair and whatnot, and so we had another black student, and she was back there, and it was Black Hair Week, and so they'd always send me back there, whatever, and they're like, "Oh, can you go back?" And she was on the pressing comb, and I'm like, "Yeah, okay." No instructor back there, no nothing, and she took it, and she literally burnt a whole thing of my hair out.
Well, she got it pressed, but she forgot to comb. See, so that's what it was. She pressed.
So I took the hair, I got up, and I walked up front, and I showed the director. Everybody was nervous, and I got the little neck thing. I put it on there, and I wrote a note: who did it, what date, to never forget. I taped it into my little our little kit thing. I still have it to today. And anytime I see her, I remind her of that. And she's like, and when she hit the floor, and I would come back and visit, and I'm like, y'all letting her with her hands on really, y'all letting her do this stuff? Y'all
Don't have me go in my car and get my case.
You're really not gonna let that go? I'm like, you mean like you let my hair go? No,
Right.
I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm gonna ever let that go. Ever in life.
I want to stop this for a second. Sarah says she had to leave.
Oh, Sarah.
Yeah, Sarah had to leave.
She
Yeah.
talked to me earlier, and Sarah, we love you, appreciate you. We know you on that 3-hour difference, and it's late there, and you got work to do because I ain't be here. So, sister, love you and good night.
But see, we traded one for the other because Catherine's on.
Oh, yes, I did put it up there. Hello, Catherine. You can definitely moderate if you like. Big boy right here, he say all that. I'm not telling you to.
I ain't saying a word.
You said a lot.
I ain't saying a word.
You said a lot. So, Carolyn, what else would you like people to know about your salon? Now, do you specialize in any type of clients or anything like that? Because some people specialize in silk press or braids or older clients or whatever.
I honestly don't discriminate age-wise. I
didn't say discriminate.
Yeah. Well, I don't know why I said that. It just came out like that. I'm sorry.
Well, I thought it was kind of suspect that she said braids and old people while she was looking at me. I mean, I just like, do you do braids and old people? And she's looking right at me. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Hey guys, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna leave off of the radio right now, and we want to thank WUVI Ubiquity Radio as always for hanging in there with us, and we will definitely see you next week. You guys take care. Thank you. All right, we're off of there, and we're still every place else, all the other networks. So okay, go right ahead.
Okay, so I have clients as young as 7 is the youngest I typically go. Unless it's a child that I know can sit still, because sometimes they just don't want to sit. But I just do all natural hair. So pretty much my business, my tagline is I provide a variety of natural hair services. So I do locks, braids, crochet. I do natural hair updos, silk press, feed-in braids, knotless braids. Pretty much everything you could think of that's natural, I provide the service. Let's see what else. I can't even think. So it's so much stuff on my list. People ask me all the time, and I'm like, at some point I forgot what's on there. But I try to make
Get a t-shirt. Get a t-shirt. Get a t-shirt with the menu, and just right, the front and the back, right?
Because somebody asked me, and I was like, locks, braids, okay, yeah, I think that's it. But I love it, though, because I like to do different things. I don't like just I thought about doing only locks, and I thought about doing only braids, but I enjoy doing a variety of hairstyles because it keeps me going. Like, it keeps me looking for something else to do or different styles. So it's fun. And I like to promote with, like, even when I was at Twist and Styles, it's all about healthy hair, especially out here. It's dry and hot.
Yes.
So I always
Lord.
people like steam your hair, deep condition your hair, do the detoxes. And really that's about it. I'm over here in Lamage Studios, and we're off of Elliott and 48th Street in Phoenix, Ahwatukee. I never understand that. There's people have said, "Oh, you're in Ahwatukee," and I'm like, I don't. The address says Phoenix, but whatever. This is like the most confusing area.
I've been fooled by that before when I'm getting ready to do a gig, and I'm like, "Where are you?" They're like Phoenix, and then I'm like, get there, I'm like, "This is Ahwatukee."
People say that they're like Caroline. I'm like, okay. When I write down the address, it says Phoenix, so that's what's in my head. But it's
don't feel bad. I got confused when I first got here. They say Ahwatukee, and I'd be on I-17 going up to Anthem. All right, look, it starts with an A. Damn it, I don't know.
There is a part of Anthem. Do you know where Anthem is, Caroline?
No.
Okay, well, Anthem is the total opposite of Ahwatukee. Okay.
In every way. In every way.
I used to live there. You know where New River is?
Nope.
Okay.
If it's not on the East Valley, I'm like,
no. This is so far north from you that it doesn't exist. Like you're going on the way to Flag type thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Exactly. That face right there. Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh.
Exactly. It's probably almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's where, like, if you got friends there now. No, I won't be coming by, but we can FaceTime next week.
Right.
Under $5.69 a gallon. No, I'm not coming to see you.
However, there is a portion, like you go over the bridge there, and there is a portion of Anthem in the middle of Anthem that's Phoenix. It's
why? Like, this is the most confusing city, I swear. I'm always like, I don't understand.
Because if something happens in that little part, you have to wait for the Phoenix police, the Phoenix fire department, and all crazy. That stuff. Everything else crazy. Around there, the sheriff department handles, but that right there is Phoenix.
That right there. That right there. That's
that right there. Like I'm I'll punch you in Anthem, and I'm across the street and be in Phoenix.
Right, and be mad about it. Be talking about, and y'all can't do nothing to me.
No, 2 hours.
You got to get a warrant to extradite me across the street.
Right. That is it. So I take it you're not originally from here.
No, I'm from St. Louis. I've been here for 11 years. So,
how long?
11.
Okay, about the same. I moved here in 2010. So
if I'm not on the east side of the valley, I am like GPS all day. And I think I went to where was I? I was somewhere in Tolleson, and my GPS and signal was not working right. I was like, oh God, where am I and what do I do?
You're entering the world of sight and sound. You're in a new dimension, a place where your GPS does not work.
Yeah, I was like, where are we? Like, why?
Well, and that's because, and see, that's more my stomping grounds. East Valley, I don't know that much about it. I definitely have to have
see, that's what I hear. I always hear people say, like, if they're on the West Valley, they've been there, they don't know anything about over here. And I'm like, oh, well.
I consider the East Valley as the real Phoenix. I do. It's older and that type of stuff. I consider that. But what happens is, like when I lived in Anthem, I discovered this because I had my new garment. I'm like, somebody bought it as a gift when I moved. They're like, you're going to need this. And worst thing ever, garment is, because there are streets, literal streets that are the same in Phoenix that are out here. And don't nobody tell you. And they are the same in Surprise. And don't nobody tell you.
Nobody tells
you. You put it in, and it's taking you to Surprise when I need to be in Phoenix. And
you should know. Well, first of all, you should know that any place that's named Surprise got something for your ass. All right, I'm just saying. when the whole city council got together, what are we gonna name it? Surprise. That's a good one.
Surprise. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Come on.
Yeah. But that in itself, I don't understand geographically anything here. And as long as I've been here,
It's
I
like they ran out of names and decided to
Mm, mm,
reuse them.
and
mm.
it was logical. It's not logical to do this. That's not logical at all to
Because
me.
even no matter what you put in the GPS, it's like 3 different options. And you're like, no, I said drive, and they have avenue, street, lane. I'm like, wait, what? No.
Mhm. Then they got the same name, but in Spanish. So now you got, you know, it's like, wait a minute now. You really need to understand that. And see, Moni, you know, I live out. I'm so far out west.
Yeah.
When a light bulb go out in Vegas, I see it in my window. Okay, I'm way out there. Yeah, When they said go west, young man, I was like, cool that. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. He's on the way to LA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't. So no, see, I live so far out, I can't have a side piece. Not at gas prices. Not at gas. Girlfriend, I love you dearly, but you're not worth $5.69. No, I'm not. If you don't live right next door, we can't even kick it.
Let's keep it 100. Because when I moved here, I wasn't single. I got single after I was here. And you may not know, but I'm married now. However, when I was dating, and even when I was during the process when I was dating my husband, and I remember a guy from one of the dating apps when I was living in Anthem, and I think he was in he might have been in Mesa, I don't know, someplace that definitely was not close. And he was like, "Hey, you live that far north? You should come this way." First of all,
Why should I?
First of all, it's the same distance from me to you as it is from you to me. Second of all, you do have your freedom papers, don't you? You can come on up north. And
when you said that, he was scratching his head, looking through papers, he was looking through stuff, going, I think I got him, I'm not sure.
I'm like, you got your freedom papers, you can come on up north. And I'm like, if you're nervous, take a copy of them and bring them with you. You can come on up north. Stop playing with me. You should come this way. It is the same distance. So yeah. It's everything is a long drive. Everything is a long drive here. That is something about this place. When I see people who take the bus to places here, I have mad respect, because that's hours worth of time. Mad respect.
Too crazy.
I have everything in like a nice little circle. The kids' school, my house, work. I refuse. And especially now, I complain about gas, and literally I probably drive a total of 10 miles a day. And I'm like, oh my God. So no.
Take me 15 miles to get to the highway.
I don't have to get on the highway or anything. I just zoom on up the street. I'm good to go.
I don't know, Caroline, if you think that you're making a plea for our sympathy, but that's not working. We're not feeling no pain. None. Actually, we're gonna start asking you for rides, because we know you got gas.
Don't call me.
We know you got gas.
She got gas and she got in her car from 2 months ago. Okay.
I was upset because my son has been playing basketball at the Croc Center on the south side, and I'm
Come
like,
a little closer. We can't hear you.
oh. I said, my son plays basketball on the south side, and I was upset. I'm like, I got to drive all the way over here. And it's really not that far. It takes me like 15 minutes, but I don't get on the highway. So I personally was upset.
No, you upset because you were like, really? I spent $7 in gas, $7 in gas to watch y'all lose the game. What's wrong with you?
I know you better play.
You're going to do a great job today.
No pressure, son.
None at all.
No pressure at all. So now let me ask you this, because back to the hair, because I've had people jokingly say to me that they would think that more sisters here would be natural because it's so hard. Because, it's hot as hell here. It would be difficult to keep your hair right you know, with relaxers and everything because of the heat. And from when I moved here in 2010, it still was very dry heat. And we've gotten more and more and more humidity here every year, which is crazy. The heat plus the humidity. Do you find that you're getting more women who are transitioning to natural hair?
I do. Honestly, I do because so it's kind of it's almost half and half because some women move here and they can't find anybody to do their natural hair when they were natural. So I get a lot of women that are transitioning again because they finally found someone. And there's women that have been struggling with their hair or broke their hair off because they've been doing it on their own because they couldn't find anyone that actually, I guess, more so worked with just natural hair. So it's kind of that struggle. Like I get some people that have stylists that do like certain things, maybe like their sew-ins and stuff. And I do that as well. But I think a lot of times they'll go to like, you know, just a normal cosmetologist that's licensed and will do a sew-in and everything, but they don't realize that they may not know everything about natural hair because some stylists that have their license, they haven't gotten to that point to really learn the whole natural hair or the styles and the braids. So it's always kind of, it's like
or even how to cut naturally curled hair.
Yeah,
that in itself is a whole beast.
Yeah,
that in itself is. You know how many women, even Caucasian women with naturally curly hair, especially your redheads, that are like, and your Hispanic women, they're like,
When I first moved here,
like
I
this.
used to go to like Great Clips, and I found my mom was like, "Go around the corner of Great Clips." I was like, "What?" And the girl.
Did you hear what's in their name? Clips. That ought to tell you right there what you in for. I'm sorry, my bad. I digress. I'm sorry.
But back then, I ended up with. Did I come here? I think I came here with the relaxer, and then I ended up growing my hair out. I've been natural so many times, but they were able to cut my hair with ease, and I'm like, okay, but I don't know. It's like it's always a struggle. Like I hear so many different stories about their hair being trimmed off too much, or them moving here and just not being able to find anybody that can do multiple things. So that's why I also love the fact that I offer so many different services.
Do you offer Gorilla Glue removal?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. I was like,
stop it.
Not even.
I'm sorry. My bad.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I got a friend of mine, and for years we've called her the weave warrior, because Sister Girl would not even put her recyclables out without her hair. Okay. And so she said, "Well, I'm gonna come down and visit you." All right, come on down. Well, I'll probably come down in August. Don't do that. I'm gonna come down in August. Don't do that. Why? Because I'm gonna tell you, your lace front will be your lace side. By the time you get to the airport door, your lace side will be right there.
Right over there.
Yeah, it'll slide right. Don't play.
Yeah, I had a consultation the other day. She just moved here in like March, and she was like, "Yeah, my hair is different. It's dry. It's this. It's that." And I was like, "Yep. There's the water is recycled. There's a lot. It's totally different from being in a humid place, and then you get here and it's all fine and dry. And then once our humidity hits, it's horrible.
Right, it's a different type of humidity. Then both types of humidity are fighting in your hair for supremacy.
Trying to figure out what are you doing?
Right. What are you doing?
That's what I tell people. I'm like, well, you have to understand your hair is dry and your hair is like, hold on, where's that moisture in the air? You have to create it now. You can't just assume it's just in the air anymore. So that's a lot of a struggle for women here when they move here.
Well,
and so talking,
that's my baby.
That was your baby?
Yeah.
So
okay.
I'm showing some videos on your page.
Oh, okay.
That is my little Faith Abrielle. So I did a lot of videos of her detangling her hair.
That is nice. Yeah.
Does it, and she enjoys it though. I love it too, because especially when I've been at work all day and she takes it down and she detangles it, I'm like, oh yes, thank you.
The owner of Twisted Styles is like a little sister, and she's always Sharon, yeah, little itty, yeah, little itty bitty, and she got dead in my chest one day. She looked at my hair and was like, "What did I tell you about putting moisturizer in your hair? What's wrong with you?" And I'm looking down at her like, "Really? Yeah. She got with a brother." Well,
I keep my clients out and be like, did you put oil in your hair? And they're like, oh my God.
Well, same thing, because my stylist is Pierre.
Okay, I know.
And all right, so my stylist is Pierre. So whenever I go to do a show or anything like that, or I have to do a red carpet event or something, he does my hair. He's the only one that has touched my hair. Matter of fact, this is all him. This is all.
Sharon.
I start. All right.
I told Sharon to watch the show. Somebody just asked. I told her to watch the show today.
So that was it. And it is amazing that the one thing all of you are real depth on is you better put some oil on it. You better put some oil on it.
Yeah, moisturizing oil. Do not just do oil.
Was Alicia working there when you were there?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Alicia and I went to cosmetology school together.
Oh, okay. She called me today and I don't know what was wrong with the phone, but I don't know if I told her I was doing this today. She'll probably yell at me later.
She will. Well, you know what? Don't tell her I was here. Don't tell her I was here.
Together for the past 6 years. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she's gonna be mad because oh, you doing a podcast now? And I'm just now finding out about it.
I met Sharon when she was getting ready to do her very first show, put her very first show together, because our cosmetology school was in the mall. And she came in and, she wanted to put some flyers in, and she was just reaching out trying to get help and do this, that, and the other. And so I had already gotten certified in special effects, right? And so it was like a domestic violence awareness show.
Right.
And so I was like, I'll do some makeup stuff for it or whatever. And I did some of the makeup for her first show. And we've been rocking together ever since then. I'm like, that's my girl right there.
See, that's what I was asking her today. I was like, have I met her in person? Because I've been doing shows with her since 2016. So I was
I judged at her barber show. I was one of the judges for her barber show.
When we did, which one? We've done so many. I'm like, wait, which one?
The one. He was there. He was there, and then Taz was one of the.
Yes. The one at Ranch. The one at the Mexican Hall.
Yes, I was there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I was there. I was
running around, but
I was one of the judges there.
I think you know what you were okay, because I was like, I know I've had to have seen her. I've been working with you for I don't know how long.
Well, if you've seen Moni, you probably seen me.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry. Hold on.
2017, I think. So
do I look familiar now?
Oh Lord.
You were taking pictures. Got it. Oh, that's one of my braiding classes. I was like, what is that?
She like, who doing that y'all here?
Yeah, like, what is that? Totally forgot. Listen, this content stuff is so much. I was just telling my mom, I'm like, man, I gotta make videos in between doing hair. Remember to take the picture. And now that I think of it, my client that just left, I didn't even take his video or picture or nothing. It looked really good too.
So let me tell you how shit go down. So you saw the comments I was putting up. So this is one of my friends right here, and he's a trucker, and he putting all these where's Sharon. So he just
I was like, who is that?
Look, I was getting ready to put a stalker alert out on the brother because he done asked. Look, y'all think I'm joking. I'm getting ready to get on the phone and share like, hey, you know somebody?
She's like, hey, I'm watching the show. He's like, I've been trying to get in touch with Sharon for a minute, get some hair stuff done. He's like, give her my number, Mo, and this, that, and the other. Steve, I got you. I got you. I got you directly. So now you know you have contacted the right damn person, Steve. I got you.
Wait, how's it go? All three of y'all know it, and not one of y'all put in a word for it, brother.
Right. I'm gonna have to tell her.
Don't tell me she fam, because then that means that she ain't trying to talk to you. If you ain't got in touch with her, don't be telling me she fam, man. Yeah. You know what that means.
That means he the cousin that comes and leaves early with the plate from the family reunion.
Now, I will make sure that she knows for you, Steve. Because I tell people, I got the bat line number and then I got my business number. And when I give people my bat line number, I tell them, I don't care if it's family. If they don't have the number, they ain't meant to have the number. So don't give them the number. Plain and simple. Otherwise, I will change my number again. And
then you wonder why I got so many numbers.
You got too many damn phones. Let's not talk about you because you'll upset me. Okay, you'll upset me. You don't answer none of the numbers. None of them do you answer. I want to show some more of her work. I don't even want to talk.
I like what I'm seeing. Yeah.
So that
I definitely like that.
Classes. I don't remember which one that is, but I offer two different ones. I offer a basic class where you just come in and learn cornrows, no added hair and all that. And then the more intermediate class is where we do the feed-in braids, knotless braids. But I've had someone took the class where they wanted to know more like feeding in hair, and she didn't even know how to braid. And I was like, okay, here we go. And I wasn't ready for it, but I still did it. I was like, all right. Like, I literally had to teach her everything. And then she only could braid overhand, and I was like, oh girl, you killing me. Okay, let's figure this out. It was fun though. I liked the challenge because
that's what I'm saying, because you never know. Well, I will tell you this, I'm gonna give you some contact. Ooh, I like that. I love seeing ones like that. Like I can braid, but I can't braid like that. I could if I wanted to.
Well, but I like that. I really do.
Pretty much everything that I learned, like I knew how to braid just like basic because I was doing sew-ins. And so how I met Sharon was I did a couple hair shows for her.
I love that. Well, growing up, and
one day I was like, you know what? I'm staying home.
You're freezing up some.
I want to do. Okay. That worked. All right. The notification went away.
Okay, there you go. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you a contact also of one of my girlfriends, and she's special. She does natural hair also, but she's in Surprise, so the other end. So
what's her name?
Yvonne Brooks, and she's a bad girl. She's a bad girl. And if you run into any people, they're like, oh, I won't come out, if they're on this end out here, and I'll give her your information. So if they're on that end out there, you know what I mean? Because you all are on definite two different sides of the world. And if somebody isn't wanting to make the trek to either side, then you two can kind of maybe play off each other, because she doesn't do braids and stuff. She just does she does relaxers, and she does do all that. But them silk press,
I like those. That's nice. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, that's a silk press. Like, I would love. That's what I'm gonna have her teach me how to do a silk press. Baby, them mugs are just like, ugh. I love a good silk press.
I got a silk shirt. I ain't got no silk press. But
you've had your silk shirt pressed before?
Yeah, right. That's about close I got. Right.
You had your silk shirt pressed before. Yes, yes, yes. Well, and I think she may be having some technical difficulties. However, Carolyn, hopefully you can hear us. We want to thank you for being with us today, and we enjoyed you being here. We are going to release you from off of here, and thank you for going down on the mic with us. And you are more than welcome to come back on with us in the future. I'm going to send you all that contact information. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Hopefully it'll catch up on your end. Maybe you can hear us. Don't do it, Chris. Don't do it. Don't do it. we're gonna go ahead
But
and
I don't know
release you
what's
on our
going on.
side.
I haven't even.
That's okay. That's okay. We're going to go ahead and release you off of here. And then thank you for coming on the show. And I'm going to send you that information and exchange that information with you too, so that maybe you two can exchange client or prospective clients from different sides of the world for both of you all. But I hope you enjoyed yourself. You're definitely, if you're having
Yes,
something
I
going
did.
on or anything special going on, definitely contact me. We'll definitely support it, put it on our page and everything. And
Yeah.
we want to thank you for coming on. We want to leave you like we found you, going down on the mic. Thank you so
Perfect.
much.
Thank you so much.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a good
Nice
night.
meeting you.
Same
Bye-bye.
here.
That was fun. That was fun.
Uh-huh.
I saw your hand go up. Okay. I knew you was getting ready.
See, so what I got to do is sit way back.
I knew you was getting ready. Like I need to smack your little hand. Church. Cut it out. Pinch you or something. So it's 8:03. However, I want to get into some of this conversation if you got time.
Conversation. Only thing happening, there are things happening in the world. You got folks on Capitol Hill that are singing like the Temptations. And then you got Mr. R. Kelly.
That's the one I want to talk about a little bit.
Well, see, I'm going to tell you like this. They asked the questions. The prosecuting attorney asked the right questions. And all the answers came back the way they should have. And that's why that happened the way it happened.
Well, here's some things. Let me find you again. Took the wrong screen off. Hold on.
You gonna find me again? What, you lost me?
I did.
Hey, excuse me, Mr. Kelly. Can I'd like to ask you what made you do it? What really made you do it?
Well, that's not even it.
My mind was telling me no.
Well, no. Seriously now.
Okay.
You look at these charges, racketeering. And I know most folks are like, what the fuck is racketeering? Let's start with
That's the one that I couldn't understand, the racketeering.
Really? You couldn't? Okay.
No.
You know what the Mann Act is? Because that's
Oh yeah.
He got 8 charges for the Mann Act. What's the Mann
Right.
Act? You what's the Mann Act?
Brother was transporting money.
Huh?
He was transporting money.
Did you say money?
Yeah.
No, that's not the Mann Act. It's not what the Mann Act is. The Mann Act is about women.
Ah.
So now, the Mann Act is from 1910. The Mann Act was originally put into power in order to keep because women were becoming, full of themselves and starting to, work and become independent and stuff like that. So
right, but it was designed for the trafficking of the women and the money.
no, it was not.
Really?
No, it has been amended throughout the years.
Okay.
We're going all the way back to what it was originally, what it was originally put into law for.
Is that the one for the interracial? Okay.
No. Its original intention was for any type of lewdness or what do they call the word? What's the word that they use? It's a B word. I'm trying to scan with my eyes. Oh no. Debauchery. debauchery. Any women or girl for the purpose of prostitution or debauchery or for any other immoral purpose.
But why do they have two Mann Acts? Because there's one from 1910 and then there's one from 1925.
It's all the same. It's been amended continuously. It's been amended. And then, because in 1912, boxer Jack Johnson,
the Great White Hope, yes.
That's the one you've heard of in office, because that's
right.
Trump took all the charges off of, okay? Because he was charged with the Mann Act for marrying the white woman.
Right.
Okay. Because that was, and because what they said was the way it was set up in 1910, it also gave them the power, unfortunately, to be used against interracial anything with a white woman. Because also what was effect in power then was the what's he called? Jim Crow laws. So that was giving it power, mixing.
So they tied all of that together. Okay.
Okay. Because what it then became, it was racially charged. It's a racially charged term called white slavery.
White slavery, right.
That's what it became known as. And then that's what, Trump and all got into that. And it was changed so many times. 1917, 1932, 1986, all this different stuff. And then they added kidnapping and just all these different things that it went to. So now other federal statutes may be invoked for types of offenses addressed by the Mann Act, including the following: Trafficking Victims Protection Act, sexual exploitation, other abuse of children, slavery, trafficking in persons, and racketeering and RICO. They slapped him with 8 charges of the Mann Act and 1 charge of racketeering. Now, let's move on to racketeering. How did he get racketeering? Now, when you listen, and it's one of the, and it just happened when I was searching, one of the news reports, not that because I don't like any of this, but that I liked listening to, because it really, is this the one? This is it. Yes. Let me move it to over here so I can play. Let me come back to you. Let me share this screen. So
wait a minute. So the Mann Act.
Yes.
I noticed that it specifies explicitly white.
Well, in the changing of it, the way he gets caught up is crossing state lines, interstate. So
basically, if he had been doing this with black women, and he kept it kept it in state.
If he was intra-state, even fine. Interstate, he's crossing state lines doing this. Okay, so now this is from Newsweek talking about it now, and I hope, let me know if this sound is coming through.
Moments ago, R. Kelly was sentenced to 30 years in prison. This is a significant outcome for all.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, now please look at, I know he'll listen to it, but the words are there. Listen to what exactly he's saying.
Victims of R. Kelly, and especially for the survivors who so bravely testified about the horrific and sadistic abuse they endured. R. Kelly is a predator. With the aid of his fame, his money, and most importantly, his inner circle, R. Kelly preyed upon children and young women for his own sexual gratification for decades. These are voices of mostly Black and brown women and children that were heard and believed, and for whom justice was finally achieved. This is a victory for them, for justice, and for future survivors of sexual assault. I hope this sentencing serves as its own testimony that it doesn't matter how powerful rich or famous your abuser may be, or how small they may make you feel, justice only hears the truth.
All right, now. Hold
Well,
on.
see, now by implication or by testimony and other things, we know that the inner circle was involved.
Well, the inner circle plays a huge part now in what we're talking about for the racketeering.
Because the inner circle knew about this. So it's kind of interesting that these two cases should come together within 24 hours of each other. You have somebody on Capitol Hill who was an insider, who was on the inner circle, who's telling it all. And then you have people who are on the inner circle who aren't saying anything.
So let me come back to you. Whew.
I'm just trying to. I'm trying to figure this out. He clearly made a public statement about the inner circle.
Because racketeering is a crime organization. So it has to be more than one. Hence, the inner circle. And they made it clear that he, being the head of this organization, this crime organization, sent out these people to get these victims and bring them back. And they crossed state lines and everything, which qualifies it as racketeering. And it was done over and over and over the decades.
I'm a little concerned that the racketeering charges took precedence over the Mann Act.
Why do you say that?
Well, because what did you say? He got one count.
Racketeering.
Okay, then I misunderstood. I thought he got one count. So the other counts were for
Mann Act. He got 8 man, 1 racketeering.
Okay, my bad. I thought I heard it the other way. Okay.
Yeah. It's a special type of criminal enterprise which profits from committing certain crimes. So remembering what he said, he benefited self-gratification for decades from his inner circle. They wrapped that shit up tight. And so, and they said this judge literally said Aaliyah's name and announced her as his very first victim, giving it a start date.
Got you. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Because all things are very important when proving, all
right. When did this start? Yeah.
Exactly. Very, very, very important. Now, they say that they aren't done now. He's doing 30 years because it's 10 years. It's 10 years for each Mann Act. It's supposed to be.
Supposed to be 10 years for each one, right?
Right. Obviously, he didn't get that because they wanted life. So essentially, he did get life. He's 55. They gave him 30 years. And he's still facing further criminal trials.
Really?
Yeah, he still got more charges. He's still got more. And so, and then the other thing that he said basically is that this, because I wrote it down, I said, this is what precedent did this just set? What precedent did this just set?
Oh, shoot. Everybody gonna be coming out from everywhere.
So now,
One,
where's Woody Allen?
please. You're
It-
not
it
going.
just-
I was thinking that. I was thinking that.
because there's a whole movie where they're
Right.
laughing, smiling, and where's Woody
Right.
Allen?
Right.
Where's what's his name? The movie guy. I mean, I know that there are a lot of them, but
Jeff Weinstein.
yes, where's he?
Who knows? I knew who you're talking about.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
mean, there are a lot of entertainers,
Right. Oh yeah.
a lot.
But the thing that gets me is that, like Epstein's female friend, she just got 30 years for something similar the other day.
Something similar
To R. Kelly, yeah. I think she was part of providing or assisting in. So it's interesting that all of these things are starting to come full circle, if you will.
and because his attorney brought up in reference to his mental status and his past, him actually being a victim himself as a child, and evidently the judge said that that it said that that is a reason, not an excuse. We understand, not an excuse. Because I was constantly thinking, well, why the hell do you wait this long? But if you're going for a RICO Act, that's why. That's why. Racketeering isn't something you do overnight. You don't
No.
get racketeering charges for
But-
you for hitting it
but-
quick.
But now, I think at some point in time, isn't there a statute of limitations on some of this?
That is, but see, again, when you get into areas like this, I don't think so. I think that's where, again, there are no statutes of limitation. But then how do you, because you're looking at organized crime, you're not being charging him with rape. He's not being charged with rape. He's being charged with things like that prostitution. So I'm digging for more. This is like on the fly, of course, is this all just happening?
Right.
I'm now very interested to find out what's going to happen to the inner circle.
Right.
Who exactly are the ones that are the inner circle? They're saying, bodyguards, of course,
Right.
and I don't know who else, but they definitely listed that they were being sent out to the malls to get people, and all of this. Now, what about the parents?
Parents have always been a dubious part of this whole thing, because you cannot tell me that your child went someplace and you don't know where they went.
Look, on no day of the week am I saying that what R. Kelly did to any of these people is correct, these young girls. No day of the week am I saying that. However, what I am saying is that they had parents, a lot of them, that dropped them off, that took that cash. Look,
Took that cash money. Right. That's what I'm saying.
I'm from Gary, Indiana.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I knew about R. Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
I knew about R. Kelly. And I knew not to go to R. Kelly house. I knew that.
There are certain things that happen in sexual corners of the world, in closets, if you will, that when they do come out, it is very amazing to understand what people go through. Now, I'm not condoning anything that was done. I'm not condoning anything that was allegedly done.
Absolutely.
My concern is that if we are going to pass the plate, then let's pass the plate all the way around the room.
Absolutely.
Let us not bring one piece out and say, here, this is for you. No, everybody involved, and to have a program out on network TV where these people are sitting there saying, "This is what I did for R. Kelly. This is what I did. This is how I did," and he's still sitting there. I'm not saying he's by himself, but everybody was complicit in it, and everybody needs to be sitting in front of the man.
So now let me ask you this, because this is the other thing is also happening right now, immediately. So I walked away before I saw who else, but Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga has now publicly detached herself from him, apologizing for performing with him and all that shit. What?
Okay, see, that was like somebody else said to me. Somebody said, "Well, I guess we got to find some other two-step music." No, the thing is, what this person did in their private life has nothing to do with them as an artist.
Well, okay, but now let's play a little devil's advocate here now. Because when I first heard, when I was walking past and I saw that, and I'm like, that's shady as fuck. Now, however, do we know how far these people are going with this inner circle shit?
So are you saying that she might go on out that there's a possibility people are starting to jump ship because they're in the inner outer circle?
I don't know. We don't
Okay.
know.
Okay. All right. But I see where you're going. Yeah.
I
It's
was offended at first. You know what I'm saying? Like, if this were me and I'm that person that he is, and now I'm looking at, well, I ain't got no TV because I'm in jail, but
right.
now, you know, I hear you're on TV saying, you know what? I never should have done that fucking podcast with her. And it's that and the other, because they're saying her inner circle, although you never did a damn thing with whatever this crime is with me. But
What happens is maybe people are trying to get out of the limelight with him because they don't want too much light shed on what they have done.
For me, I guess it makes me now want to look at you. All of it still, I don't know.
This goes back to, and again, this goes back to Dr. William Cosby. Okay, this goes back to Dr. William Cosby. I've tried so hard not to put them all together, but here it is. What she did is no different than what corporate America did. When Bill Cosby's name, Dr. Cosby's name came up, the reason I say Dr. Cosby, because he earned that.
Right.
He earned that. I'm not going to let y'all not give him that. Dr. Cosby earned that. So that's how I will refer to him here. When Dr. Cosby's, when the allegations came against him, immediately you had agencies and places where he had contributed millions upon millions of dollars to their organizations. They were now absenting themselves away from him. Okay, the Navy took them something back from him. The all kind of organizations were coming out of the woodwork to absent themselves from him. Nickelodeon, I think it was Nick, whoever's playing his shows at night.
Right.
All right. Stop playing the Cosby Show.
So, okay. Because as you're saying this, I'm trying to put myself in the place, because I'm thinking Lady Gaga as a person, but Lady Gaga is a business. She is an entity as a business. And
that is correct.
I'm trying to think with me as Moni Loves Effects, because I make it clear to everybody, anybody who's known and worked with me or who I've brought on any type of team with me knows, especially if I don't know you and I'm bringing you, I make it very, very clear. I'm the only person that gets to fuck up my name. Only. Nobody else. Like, I will cut your fucking throat. Okay, I'm the only person to get the fuck up my name.
Well, I think history has proven that I will defend your name.
Right, but you know what I'm saying. And so here, and I'm saying because what Moni Loves Effects does is very different than what me as an individual, my own personal life does.
Right.
Those two people are not the same person.
Not the same person.
Shame. They don't know that. Any of that. Like, and I have to tell people, even with the podcast, this is not how I act on set at all.
No.
At all. You know, and that this still isn't the full me as a person. Like, the full me as a person still, like, well, yeah, this is not it's still wilder than this. And
they don't understand that. They don't understand branding. That's why I'm not really concerned about her stepping away, because she's protecting her brand.
But is it necessary to do it so publicly or not?
Why not? Why not? Keeping in mind she is a brand. Okay. When Nickelodeon,
who the fuck remembers that in 1975 she fucking appeared on the fucking BET Awards with her?
Okay, let's take that into context. Okay, Dr. William H. Cosby, historically has put out albums of comedy before half these people were alive. Dr. William H. Cosby was on I Spy back when we only had 3 TV stations. Okay, Dr. William H. Cosby had the Fat Albert Kids, a black cartoon, on national TV. Dr. William H. Cosby, for 9 or 10 years, if I might be right, ran and had the highest rated show in the nation that entire time on Thursday nights.
Okay, so I'm looking this up, and let me back up. She did this in 2019. So she apologized.
I don't care if she did it last week. If she's doing it if you have to find out the motivation on why she did it. Was she doing it to protect her brand? Was she doing
twisted duet with R. Kelly and vows to take it off streaming services?
Okay, but see, again, now I'm concerned. She vows to take it off of streaming services.
It was from 2013.
But then again, she's not doing anything different than Nickelodeon did. Dr. Cosby had done so much for so many, and Nickelodeon, before they even said he was guilty, when his name was first brought into the fold, they took him off of Nickelodeon so fast, it left a void. Come on now. And then look at it historically. As soon as he got exonerated, now they got him back on the air. Really? Never mind the fact that he owns and has has on display with the Smithsonian Institute one of the largest, if not the largest, privately owned collection of African art. No, we're not going to talk about that. See, we're so busy looking at the bad somebody did that we're not looking at the good. Now, to go back to R. Kelly, I have no leg to stand on with him because I don't know. What I do know is that whatever went on, he was not alone. And that's my point. My point is he was not alone, and the rest of the group need to be standing up there singing their song too.
Well, that's the part that I'm saying when they keep saying in a circle, and racketeering means that there's a boss and then there's an organization. And they go after, because usually before the racketeering laws came into effect, they could only reach, the dope boys on the street.
Right.
The little, maybe the medium guys in the middle, but they never get to the big boys. And so racketeering gave them the opportunity to go from the beginning to the end and get the big ones too. And so that means they gotta have some of the inner circle that done flipped.
Well, let me ask you a question. Young lady got up in front of Congress and testified what she told her story. And everybody knows that there's reason to stand on what she said in her story. So my question is, when they bring him down, does he get racketeering charges? That's my question. Are we going to start? Because you know what? They couldn't get Al Capone on racketeering charges. They got him on tax evasion.
Right.
So where are we going with this? How are we going to get, if you're going to go after him for racketeering, then you should go after everybody else for racketeering. And that's my problem with it. We dispense justice in this country in a way that is so lopsided. Again, I'm publicly stating it. I am not defending R. Kelly.
No.
I was not there. I am not defending anything he is accused of. I was not there. What I am saying is that if we are going to spread the butter, let's spread the butter on both sides of the bread.
So
that
now,
is what I'm saying.
In July 2019, he said R. Kelly's inner circle to be indicted in connection to federal charges.
And when was this?
Huh?
When was this?
2019.
2019. Okay, there's something wrong with the mail. Is something wrong with the mail? What happened?
It's a whole lot. And then in 2017, it says one of the former inner circle members speaks out.
$2019.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is what I'm saying.
So now, here's the thing with the Lady Gaga thing. She's like, which this is wow. She says, what I'm hearing about the allegations against R. Kelly is absolutely horrifying and indefensible. She says she was a victim of sexual assault, and she made both the song and the video at a dark time in my life. My intention was to create something extremely defiant and provocative because I was angry and still hadn't processed the trauma that had occurred in my own life. The video for Do What You Want, which was directed by Terry Richardson, another man who had been accused of sexual misconduct, was ultimately scrapped. But bits from it leaked online. In the clip, R. Kelly plays a doctor who puts Gaga under anesthesia and then throws a party in the operating room while she's out cold. To call the concept disturbing, especially given the numerous accusations of sexual misconduct against Kelly, would be an understatement. The song is called Do What You Want With My Body. I think it's clear how explicitly twisted my thinking was at the time, Gaga went on to explain.
So again, now I go back and I say another thing. R. Kelly's been under indictment for this. He's been on all through this entire time. Why does girlfriend pick now to say she's going to withdraw and go fade back into the shadows and all of that? I would have had more respect for the statement if she had done it in the very beginning. Not knowing which way. Huh?
Well, you know, there have been several beginnings. You know what I mean?
No. As soon as he was arrested and the charges were made public, if she really felt that,
this was 2019.
But I'm saying, so how did her name get back in the news today?
There was, when I was walking, it was on the TV, her making a statement.
But again,
it was just maybe make up a word, re-clarifying some shit. I don't know.
I don't know. That's something shady with that.
That's why I'm asking, because I try to look at things from different sides. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know all the time if you're not sitting in that seat and going through that experience. And I'm trying to think if that was me, again, as Moni loves the facts, would I distance myself, my brand, if that was you? You know what I'm saying? Or anything similar doing it,
I would expect you to pick up a phone, and I'll tell you honestly. Let's go there. Let's say I've been accused. Something had happened.
right.
I would expect you to, hey,
What's
he's
up?
he's my co-host. He's my brother. Blah blah blah. I don't know anything of the facts, but if the facts bear out true, I am distancing myself. My company is distancing themselves based on that. Now,
For listeners' discretion, this podcast contains strong language and adult themes that may not be suitable for children. These are not the views of the radio station or its affiliates.
I just play that.
right, exactly. I'm sitting there because, and there's a way to distance yourself without sounding like you just poked the biggest hole in the Titanic that there could be. Okay, that's what that sounds like to me. That sounds to me like, okay, let's reiterate. Let's say that was the position. We need to tell people again how we felt in 2019. Okay,
I get it on one hand, but then on the other hand, if I'm the feds, now I'm like this. Oh, I think I might need to take a little looky see.
That's it.
Let's write that name down.
That's it. Watch. You know what you do? Turn the lights on and watch which way the roaches run. That's what this is to me.
It's so sad. It's so sad, and it's sad on so many levels. Definitely for the people who were abused.
Definitely for them.
Not just sad for them from R. Kelly and his camp, but from their parents or whomever it was, for them being minors that said, go ahead. And even if they didn't say go ahead, once R. Kelly said, well, he goes some money, hush, hush, let's go away. However those things happen, okay?
I feel sorry for them because there was no support for them on any level. You cannot tell me that, okay, let's break this up into smaller pieces. Let's say R. Kelly did everything that they say he did. Okay. They got no support from the alleged bodyguards. They got no support. I'm talking about the victims. They got no support from anybody in his circle. And they got no support from anybody in their own circle. Now, all of a sudden, we got issues. No.
Oh, they did name some names. The entertainer's manager, Daryl McDavid, and the singer's former employee, Milton Brown, have already been included in the current indictment. It is also said that any employees involved in or responsible for transporting underage victims across the country to see the singer are also in danger of being charged by authorities.
There you go. There you go.
Wow. Can you imagine? It's 1999, 2001, and I'll give you the okay. I remember when I was in high school up in Minnesota.
Damn, you got a good memory.
You know what? I am only 50, okay? So it's not like it was we were on what do they call it, on concrete tablets. Anyway, I remember we went to, it was a concert with Heavy D, Troop, MC Light, uh all of them. And after the concert, just me and my girl, we were just out in the parking lot, just chilling, whatever. And so this van came up, and the van was rocking, and this big dude, he was like, "Hey, cutie." Of course, he was talking to me. "Hey, cutie, come on through." And he said, "The day's in with us. That's what we over there." And I'm like, "Y'all ain't no days in. Y'all stars ain't at no days in." That was actually Milk, MC Light security guard, Milk. And he was like, "Yeah, we are." All right. Say hi to Chris.
What up, Chris?
Hey, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Man, we just try to keep it going.
Sorry, WBI. I know some of y'all was trying to listen to the radio station, but however, we're gonna get that back fixed. I gotta get our mixer back hooked up.
So I'm like, okay, so we like go up to the Days Inn, right? So they are there at the Days Inn because it's bitches everywhere. Okay, like I think I was a junior in high school, and me and my girlfriends we there, and like it's bitches with full length fur coats and nothing on underneath, nothing on, and we're just like, okay. And so then all of a sudden security guards start coming out, and they're like, you gotta go, no bitch, you gotta go, no ho, like saying it like that, no ho, you gotta go, it's time for you to go, and they were like, oh, y'all can stay, and we like, oh, but we ain't fucking, literally we're like, but we ain't fucking, they're like, we know, no, y'all can stay and kick it with us, we're like, oh, okay, and like literally they ordered pizza, we played like board games, and shit like that. With MC Light, Heavy D, you know what I'm saying? All of them. And it was one of them days in where the center, where the pool and shit was. Who we did all night long with them. After they fucked and sent the hoes home, we ate pizza and played board games. But think about the opposite. If we
Yeah. Well, see, that's why in my role, and when you see me on set, I'm a totally different animal because people see me on this show and it's like, hey, yeah, it's Chris, blah, 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 blah. But then when you see me working.
Oh my God. The last time I saw you on set, you were upset. Jesus.
Well, I mean, because
I never seen you upset. I was like, I just want to melt into the wall.
No, because you cannot. People get a public persona of you, and they don't realize that there's another side.
Well, that's because you don't speak.
Okay. I speak enough when I'm on here.
Not everyone sees you on here. Let's be clear, okay? They see.
Oh well, too bad, so sad.
They see you on set. They don't hear you. And
no.
For you to fucking get mad and not be apologetic, like it was no fucks given. And I was like, oh my God.
No. Not only am I not giving them, okay, I'm not giving you refunds on the ones you got. Okay.
I feel a little some type of way right now. Like I think my eye is twitching. Yeah.
Why? Because you got to see the other side. That's the same thing. Everybody sees R. Kelly on their stage. And then when this happens, they see the other side and they go, what happened? See, the thing is that people need to realize that we as celebrities on any kind of level, I'll just leave it at that. We are people. I am not going to sit there and condone anything that I've heard about R. Kelly. I will stand by him and his music, and that is where the beginning, middle, and end of my support for him goes.
Because
now,
what I thought about with the Lady Gaga is that I wonder what Michael Jordan's stance is then.
Well, you've got to wonder about everybody at this point. Because again, let's go back to who you brought up in the beginning, Woody Allen. Okay, ain't nobody knocked on Woody's door.
There
Woody,
is a recent, I'm pretty sure it's Netflix. I'm pretty sure it's Netflix. And yes, she was a foster daughter or something like that, or whatever, but she was underage and she was in the house as that, and then he had an affair with, and they're all now just
because we have private lives when we are not in the limelight. Okay, when we are not in the limelight, there are things that we do that people don't know about. Some of us like to crochet. Some of us like to race cars. Some of us like to do all kinds of stuff that y'all have no clue about. Y'all look at me and you say, oh man, Chris broke it and a broke, y'all have no clue about me. And that's fine. That is fine. Every time you see me, I'm going to be showing up looking like I'm tore up from the floor because you ain't supposed to see me anyway, okay, while I'm doing my job. That's the bottom line. The bottom line is you can't control what people do away from their stage.
right. And people bring their own assumptions into things. And the thing about the celebrity lifestyle is that the public fantasizes it the same way as women do with relationships. We fantasize it. And I think about this all the time, especially being in the entertainment industry. And I think it's so hard for men, in celebrity men, because these women ooh and ah and this and oh my God, and they want to have sex with them. And all I could think is, what if he's or what if it's like this? It's just limp as a new. What if it's all of these things? Would you still just like adore him and want to worship him? His bank account went down to zero. Would you still?
I heard Nee went with me to a shoot. Now her job is to do what? Be my assistant, which she does very well. And this was a shoot that happened a while ago. And I heard somebody say, oh, he's got you trained.
Who went with you?
Nee.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right. And they said, he's got you trained.
Well, you do, but okay.
But she knows what her job is. There's a difference. Right. See, there's a difference. And when I heard it, I want to take the person's head off because that's not the role that she plays. Mm-hmm. She does her job. And people see you doing your job and they think what they want to think.
But there's no difference in that when I'm sitting there. Let's take, for example, where we last were on set together, because we were sitting in the same proximity, and the director.
We were sitting in the same seat. You made me get up out my seat, but that's another story.
It's totally not necessary to bring up at all. It was not something necessary to bring up at all. And so we're over in the same area.
Wait, can I get a charge for that?
The director is way over there.
Uh-huh.
She calls, Moni. I get up and I come.
Right.
So.
Are you trained? Right. There you go.
Does she have control of me?
Right.
Am I stepping and fetching? You know what I'm saying?
Ain't but so much stepping you can do and still do the job that you do. Which I got some fat tech.
Outside of having walkie-talkies, she's got to yell for me.
Right. And what people don't see is what goes on behind the scenes, and that few minutes you get to sit down and you're like, okay, let me get ready for the next thing. Let me get ready for this glycerin. Let me get ready for this whatever I got to put on this person's body. And they don't see the prep behind it, but they want to criticize those times when you're sitting down and they're going, well, but she ain't doing that. Well, because she already did what she had to do. Or Chris isn't here. Where's Chris at? Where's Chris at? Well, Chris is where he's supposed to be, where you can't see me. Okay, that's exactly where I'm. If you can see me, I'm in the wrong place. All right, and that's the reality of it. R. Kelly had all of these people in places where he could see them. He had day-to-day interactions with them. He cannot say he did not know anything about it. Okay, these people, all the funding games are now over because now their names are linked to this. And why? Why? And I'm praying, I'm hoping, I really am hoping, and this is sad to say, but I really am hoping that the punishment, the indictments, the whatever you want to call them, are not only relegated to the team that surrounded him, but it's equally handed out to the so-called teams of the victims.
They are calling it the inner circle.
Because that don't make no kind of sense at all. No kind of sense at all. You wanna come and I'm not saying, this is not a racial thing where I'm saying, there you go doing it to one of our people again. No. If you're wrong, you're wrong. And from the way they stacking up the books on him, they probably been watching this and sitting on this for a minute.
They have to.
Right. Yeah. And so it's not like that one person you invited over, hey, let's do something a little freaky. No. Your whole menu starts out with freaky.
And that would be the only thing that I could see that, not the only thing, but the major thing of the precedent that this better set. When he said, no longer will you have to be afraid of the fame, the money, and the power.
That I liked when he said that, because that opened the door for anybody who's been approached by anybody in that position. And
it's a nice little line of them already.
And I like how he did it it was a bipartisan attack.
And that's why I said I like his the most, the way he said what he said.
That's it.
He said what he said because it was about R. Kelly. However, I feel like it was also a very clear warning that here we come. We didn't set the precedent. Now, for the other victims and survivors.
Now that we got this one right, and I think that the only thing that would make this better from a standpoint of everybody being involved is if you did see something like this handed out to somebody else who's equally guilty of another race.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And not just because it's another race, but because it's wrong and you should not get away with it because of your other
That's why I said equally guilty. If the facts bear themselves out, then Absolutely. Please pull up and put your plate out so you can get your help. That's the reality of it. The reality of it is they cannot just do this one and think it's going to solve a problem.
And I think Woody Allen may be out the country, though. I think he might have left the country. I could be wrong.
Well, but that still doesn't cause his name not to be brought up in the conversation.
Right, but I mean, as far as putting his ass in prison, that's what I mean.
Well, and again, the chips will fall where they may when they do fall. You have to give them a minute. I'm just
started way.
Oh yeah. I want to see where else this goes. But again, looking at the last few days of everything that has happened, they have got the equal amount of evidence against what happened on January 6th. I want to see how the punishment is distributed in that case. I want to see how the punishment is distributed in that. You have somebody who's on the inside who is giving you a play-by-play. I want to see and it's not because of the individual. It is not because of anything other than if we're starting to hand down stuff, let's hand it down equally. Like Bigger Mama said, I don't know which one of y'all is guilty, so I'm getting all y'all because all y'all was in the room.
Everybody getting it.
Everybody getting it. That's right.
Everybody.
That's right. That's right. Uh-oh. It's that time again. Look, all of a sudden, whoa.
It is, because we got to make sure we stay under this 2 hours so I can do a replay of it. Look, this has been another great fucking show. I appreciate you. I'll call you when we're done so we can talk. And I appreciate everybody who's been here. And thank you to our guests tonight, Carolyn Martin. I'll definitely send out some contact information. Thank you for all our guests. We're going to take you out on our boy.
Wait, hold it.
Yes.
Got to say thank you to our inner circle, our crew.
I ain't trying to get in no trouble.
Huh?
I ain't trying to get in no trouble. I ain't got no inner circle.
Okay. Hey, y'all. I guess y'all just got pushed it out of the circle. All right. Peace.
Can we stop the arguing? Can we take a moment where we can calm down? It's just so exhausting. Swinging in the wind, going round and round. I know that we won't say sorry. You beg and I plead, but my heart can't beat until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations. I know that we won't say sorry until the